Because you know what? You're in the right city, too. Like
they need
Houston,
Houston
has strip club culture. So like in Arizona, it's like, oh no, we went to the strip club. Like it was naughty. But in Houston, it's like
just
like going to a bar.
Yes. You know,
you bring your girlfriend to the strip club.
Bring your girl. You can look at a girl on the street and she looks like a stripper, and you can ask her if she's a stripper. And if she's not, she'll be like, oh no, I'm not.
Yeah.
You do that in Chicago, they're like, what?
This girl last night here in Chicago, I was like, oh, what do you do? And she's like, oh, I'm a performer.
A fellatio performer?
Yeah, at a nightclub. So how long have you been dancing for? And she was like, well, I'm just paying for nursing school.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the humans.
Thank you guys for watching the Party with Strategy podcast. We appreciate every viewer, every single person that watches this podcast, all 867 of them from CUTSWELL's last episode. We're back, baby. The champ is back. He's here. He's in the building. Phoenix's own. This is your intro. You better get ready. Phoenix's own. They don't want him in Boston. Scottsdale. People don't know what that is, but he's putting him on the map. Make some noise. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm very ready. Are we recording?
It's already, yeah.
Okay. I don't see a blinking red light.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Already, that's like my 5th drink in 5 minutes, so
I'm feeling
to
good?
Go. Yeah, I'm a little drunk.
All right.
Yeah.
It's hard to, with the bright lights in your face, it's
You can't see like the...
Life isn't even
I
real.
have like a rosé color in my face right now from drinking for 5 days.
No, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look incredible.
I love you.
I got a half a Cialis in my bloodstream. I'm a little bricked up right now.
I've never taken Cialis. I've never taken Viagra.
You've never needed it.
It's true. The champ is here.
The champ is here, baby. Episode 90. We're 10 episodes away from 100.
You couldn't bring me out for 100?
I don't know what I'm going to do for 100, but it's going to be special.
I hope so. Special guest?
A special guest, maybe a special location, maybe even a special party, because you know that we do have the Party with Strategy party.
Oh, May 7th in Houston at Polecats.
Yes.
CUTSWELL and Strategy.
Yes.
Live on the decks.
It's going to be a good time.
In a strip club.
It's going to be a good time.
Dangerous time.
Beautiful women. And believe it or not, intelligent.
You're really excited.
I can't wait.
Earlier today, you were talking about how you've been like saving your body for it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm in an Uber there even. I'm in an Uber.
And you don't normally Uber.
I don't normally Uber.
Because you're a drunk driver.
I don't know if
I feel like I should alert the Houston PD.
Well, here's the thing is I'm 0.08 all day.
You just stay in the pocket. That's what you said earlier. You stay in the pocket.
I'm in the pocket.
I don't know how you do that.
Legal limit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Okay, but like you were talking about when you're DJing, you stay in the drunk pocket where it's just like that perfect like tipsy, right?
Yeah.
But don't you like bad decisions lead to more bad decisions, right? So
sometimes.
Like my judgment is typically off when I've been drinking and DJing. So I reach for another shot and another one until I'm whacked, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like gonzo. So how do you maintain that level of discipline?
I think personally that it's not something that I've had to work at because I didn't start drinking till I was 25. And I feel like most people start drinking when they're 13, 14, 15, and it's just a habit that, you know what I'm saying, that you accumulate from let's say 16 until 21, right? You have 5 years of just drinking every time that you go out. Like any social event, college, any party, high school, college, all that is all... Any socializing event is accompanied by drinking, so you just have built that habit of drinking for that event, and like it's a whole different world. I think I started drinking personally to get DJ gigs because, I was hanging out with Jesse Seeley a lot, and we know what he likes to do.
It's also what we don't like him to do. He may like it, but we don't. Yo, this actually brings up like a thing for me. I didn't start partying until I was like 30 years old.
Okay.
Because, and maybe I just made this up in my head.
But when you say partying, we're going to need a better definition of that.
Don't worry, I'll get into it.
Okay.
But when I came up as a DJ, and maybe I made this up, because I actually brought it up to MCB recently, who's an older DJ, been around forever in Arizona. It felt like if you drank when you were DJing, that you weren't taking DJing seriously. And that, you know, because it was all about the music back then. And it took a lot of talent, whether we were on vinyl or Serato had just started popping off. And like, I think I got on Serato in 06, right?
Yeah.
So being drunk and playing records was fucking hard. Okay, like on vinyl was fucking hard.
Yeah, you got to be on point. There's no cue points.
Yeah.
You can't go back.
You're hitting the needle. You're trying to put the needle down. It's fucking all over the place.
You
like,
really got to be locked in. It's like
So-
playing a legit instrument. It's closer to getting to playing.
I think we also took it really seriously as an art back then.
Yeah.
And we would practice 8 hours a day and work on it constantly. And like, and if you had to prove yourself. You had to like prove that you were fucking good. That you could cut it. And I sucked. I was so fucking bad at DJing. Oh my God, I was so bad at DJing. And I think the only reason why I'm good at DJing now is because DJing became something that I'm good at, which is partying.
Yeah. You're a party boy at heart.
I like to drink.
You're a party boy at heart.
Yeah. So partying to me, to answer your question, is pounding liquor, doing afters, having bottles in the DJ booth, all of the above. You know what I mean? Taking crazy amounts of shots. But DJing has become so second nature to me that I'm fine with doing that. Like the music doesn't suffer as a result of me being drunk. Sometimes it even like gets the creative juices flowing, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't know. That's basically it. Like we just couldn't be super fucked up. Like also like you were trying to prove yourself to every other DJ. And now you're trying to prove yourself to the crowd and the managers and
To your Instagram
all that shit,
followers,
your Instagram
really.
followers, whatever. And like, you just want to see bottles going out. That's the goal.
Yeah.
So
You party and it sort of gets the other people partying.
maybe.
I mean, the DJ is the center of energy as far as the club's concerned. You know what I'm saying? You can, without the DJ, you got nothing. You could turn the lights off. The DJ's still going. There will be a party. You can, all the servers can not show up for work today, but the DJ's there. There's a party.
I've had some lighting guys tell me at the end of the night that it was a good night because they killed it on the lights.
They definitely help.
They definitely help.
Let's
but
not.
I rarely get to work with a real lighting guy.
Yeah, most lighting guys are failed DJs, I feel like.
Not in my experience.
No?
No, in Arizona we hire people and train them up, but when I get with a real lighting tech that like not only knows the music, but like really like creates like an environment in the room and like does like the strobing like on the drop, whatever, which seems obvious and easy. It's not. It just, when I'm DJing a lot of times, I just feel like lights are just going. It's just all just a bunch of nonsense. It's not like moving with like the music in any way. And when I get in that opportunity and they're like really fucking killing it, it really changes the game.
Yeah, no, it helps.
Really changes
It helps a lot. It's not gonna. Bad lights are not gonna break you, but they could make you. Mm-hmm. Bad lights are not going to break a good DJ, but good lights can make a bad DJ.
Yeah, if there's an interaction between the two of you, it's definitely solid. And I think like a lot of these EDM guys are really fortunate to be treated like artists where, you know, like I don't even judge them for like playing like the same set every time because they're essentially touring like a band is touring, and they work with a VJ, a lighting tech, a pyro guy, like whatever. They have a whole production behind them, and it all has to be like a delivered show, like a fully produced show. And we don't really get that because we're doing this like kind of improvised thing for 4 hours. So a lighting guy that can ride with you during that period of time and follow what you're doing and pay attention and not just there to like sleep with girls or whatever. Like,
yeah, who would do that?
Really
That's disgusting.
not me.
That's disgusting.
I'm there for the art.
Yeah.
I'm there for the music.
I'm there for just the good hangs, you know? Like my most favorite people hang out in nightclubs.
Oh man, I constantly wonder what's like how my psyche's been affected by the people that I surround myself with.
For sure. It definitely has an impact.
I definitely used to have a stronger sense of morals.
Those get whittled down over time.
I know. I mean, like what's happened with the party. Like we used to take DJing so seriously that we wouldn't drink.
Speaking of
Wait, you didn't drink just because you were lame.
I didn't drink because I was a loser, yes. Yeah.
I remember when you started, everything that you start doing, you start without me. And you're like supposed to be like my best friend. Like I begged you to start smoking weed, which was a mistake. Yeah. And then you went and smoked your first joint or whatever without me. And I was so fucking upset about that. And now you're just high 24/7.
Well.
24/7.
Yeah.
You have two things in your body at all times. It's Cialis and THC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not a pothead though. That's the thing. No. When I decided that I was going to get high, there was one person that came to mind. It was DJ Architect. There was no way that I was getting high with anybody other than DJ Architect.
That's totally fair. I just wanted to be there.
The guy.
I just wanted to be there. Do you know what I mean? Like I just wanted to see you like get all giggly for the first time.
I threw up. Dolo has it on video. We're in LA. Me, Dolo, we met Fashion at this taco spot.
I wish we had like one of those guys who'd be like, "Hey, pull up the video."
Yeah, Diamond Cut is the guy. I'll have Dolo send it to me, and I'll send it to Diamond Cut.
All right.
If you talk too much, it doesn't stay lit.
Oh, there you go. That one's gonna get him high. That cough is the truth. Oh, he's in public.
Throw.
Oh, if he throws up, this would be the greatest thing ever.
It wasn't drinking.
Hold on. Oh, is he throwing up? I got my door. Literally. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That is Los Angeles' finest Mexican cuisine.
Don't step in it.
I'm not gonna step in. Okay.
So you're not supposed to eat too much.
No, you just not supposed to be a little bitch is what you're supposed to not do. You can definitely eat. You're supposed to eat before you smoke. Please don't throw up again on me.
Oh my god.
You good, bro?
Yo.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Oh, good. Are you good? Come back
Yo, he is.
Y'all wildin'.
Wait, did you smoke? What did you do for your first time?
I smoked a joint.
Okay.
And we
So
went.
you came in when it was like pre-roll, so you didn't have to like figure out how to like tear weed up yourself. And how to
and I've
roll.
never smoked shitty weed. Like people will smell my weed and be like, "Oh, this is good weed," and I'm like, I don't know, it's weed. Like I've never smoked shitty. I've never had to smoke shitty weed.
God, it was the best.
But
oh my God, yeah. So I started smoking weed when I was 11 years old.
it's pretty young.
I have like
No
nieces.
wonder your mind is altered.
I have nieces and nephews that are 11 years old, and I look at them and I'm like, I can't believe that that's the shit I was doing when I was 11, and you're like a normal person.
You're supposed to be watching like Blimpy when you're 11.
Dude, I started selling weed when I was 13. I grew up in Boston, and it was like, I don't know, man. I think we were the first state to legalize medical. Maybe California was. It was either California or Massachusetts.
It had to be California.
You'd think, but I think we were one of the very first to have medical. Anyways, bro, bricks of swag for $200, QPs, quarter pounds of swag, brown swag for.
See, I've never smoked brown weed.
Oh,
I've never had to smoke brown.
There's more seeds than weed.
That sounds terrible.
So there's also, we used to get this like, all right, so there was swag and then there was commercial, okay, Mersh, and it was like
Mersh.
We did, and then there was like hydro and like high grade hydroponics and like outdoor stuff. But
that kush, boy.
My favorite was commercial weed, as we called it, which was fresh swag, because swag was literally compacted weed. So you'd get a QP, and it'd be like, quarter of a pound would be like this big, but then it'd break up into this like massive thing. They were compacting it like to bring it across the border.
Right.
So the commercial weed was like a fresh version of that. And you could smoke like an entire blunt to yourself and not get too high.
Yeah.
So my favorite thing about it was that I could just smoke all day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just keep rolling blunts. Like, we would do that. Like, we'd do stupid things. Like, on like my brother's birthday, we made a cake with 18 blunts.
Candles?
Yeah. And then a Godfather in the middle, which is a stuffy. You ever do a stuffy?
No.
It's when you roll the tobacco slowly out of a Philly cigar. So then it's just like a shell, and you can pack like a quarter of weed into it.
I've never done that.
And it will smoke for like an hour.
I'll do it right now.
It will be. It's like having a weed cigar.
I'm ready.
It's
I
intense.
I have a boner while you're talking about it.
But if you do that with commercial, you're just fucking having the time of your life.
Sometimes the act of smoking is really what I want to do. Like, I don't even want to get high, but I just want to be smoking. Like, it's fun. It's cool. I like to smoke while I'm DJing. It's
fun.
It's
fun.
awesome to have the joint in your fingers and still be able to scratch a record, and like there's some swag to it, and I really enjoy that a lot. And speaking of that, I get to smoke a lot of weed at Polecats. And on May 7th, we're going to be at Polecats.
They're cool with that? They don't give a shit?
No. It's a party. It's a good party.
My club's just in Arizona only don't give a shit when somebody spends enough money.
Yeah.
You spend enough money, you can do whatever the fuck you want, basically.
That's true. In
the
nightlife,
world we live in.
Yeah, in nightlife, if you spend enough money, you can do whatever you want. I mean, I've seen girls get naked and go into the back room, and maybe they're doing a little something. Yeah. Maybe they're doing a little something off their titties.
Side menu.
Little side menu.
Yeah.
Secret menu.
Yeah, secret menu.
It's like the McGangbang.
What's the McGangbang?
I think it's when you put a McChicken in between a Big Mac.
Yeah.
So you have the
a McChicken in between. That sounds terrible. So like, fast food is terrible. I ate McDonald's for the first time in like a decade. There 2 nights ago. They have a fucking breakfast burrito that ruined my life.
It was good. I had it in the same night.
So sick.
You texted me that you had McDonald's, and I said I actually did the same exact thing.
I'm waking up sick every day this weekend.
Yeah.
I ate a foot-long sub at 6 o'clock this morning. I've been drunk for 5 days. I'm drunk right now. I'm in the same clothes for the last 3.
You've been in Chicago since Saturday.
Yes.
It's Monday today.
Yes.
I just got here this morning.
Yeah, which is lame. Why is it that you just got here this morning? Should we talk about that?
Yeah, I was supposed to be here on Sunday with Dolo for the Strategy and Dolo show. And sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes you're getting booked through a promoter.
Are you really going to leave it at that? You scared?
Sometimes
you're scared. He's scared.
A promoter who's maybe not the most
reliable individual.
Reliable individuals.
Maybe didn't text you back for a month.
He maybe just stopped texting us back after signing the contract. We never got the deposit. But
I have a suspicion maybe he just doesn't believe in your talent.
Here's the thing. That could be very true. But here's the thing. As a Jew, we're crafty.
Yeah, you kept your gigs
we're
in town.
Fiscally.
I'm not. Fiscally, you were gonna say
we're
fiscally
inclined.
I am not.
So I knew, when you lay in bed with someone who is has a reputation like that, you're weary, right? I didn't put all my eggs in the basket. I knew that this was a possibility.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. This is where we differ. Okay? Because I fight for it. You're cool not having it because we have different plans in our careers.
Yeah.
Right? And to be honest with you, the first time that I was supposed to play out here this year, the gig ended up getting canceled the weekend.
Was it?
Was it
the?
Yes. No,
the same?
but no, he was actually really cool. He actually reached out to me and let me know.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but it happened.
Because he didn't hit me back at all. Still haven't heard from him.
Again, it's a respect thing. But he was actually really cool. And
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
And no, it's just that it happened like his departure from the club that I was going to play at happened the week of the gig.
When you have a lot of departures, you
Right.
become good. Anything you do often, you get better at. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this being maybe his sixth
Right.
or seventh departure
God.
could have
Moving on to the point, I could have taken my gigs back in Arizona, but instead I flew out here because I wanted to like secure a future for me out here. So I went and made sure I like got my gigs back from the club. And you have enough avenues and points of contact at the club that you were supposed to play at that you could have reached out. You know what I mean? You could have made it happen.
I could, yeah.
You could have reached out to the other promo team, like whatever. Like, but you just don't.
Here's the thing. I'm obviously from Chicago, and I've my whole entire career has started
Yeah.
and blossomed here. But not living here, it's harder to politic because I'm affected by all these different changes. I'm supposed to work over here, and then all of a sudden the promo team that works at that club switched over to come to this club, and now this guy doesn't like
can't
these
keep up
guys,
as easily.
and I'm working over here, and now they don't like me because
You're getting
I'm working with
secondhand
them.
information.
It's
too.
it's a mess, dude. It's
Yeah.
a mess, and I'm caught up in the bullshit. When I lived here, I could swim through it and
Figure it out.
figure it
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
easier. Now I'm just
Forget
like,
it.
I don't know what to do. Everyone's jumbled. This whole city is jumbled up right now. The whole city's a little upside down.
It seems like in the last couple weeks, even there's been a lot of moves made by different managers, promoter teams, where they've jumped ship to other ships and changed everything, and DJs are getting moved, shuffled around, and like whatever. I had a great weekend here. I played Liquor Box on Saturday. It was slammed.
I mean,
it felt good. It was busy.
Even a jumbled up Chicago is eons better than a well-oiled Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this city.
My favorite.
I don't care if I
thing-
walked outside and got shot in my arm when we leave doing this podcast. It's still better than being in Houston, Texas.
Yo, can we touch on that a little bit from an outside perspective? I see a lot of internet shit about Chicago and shootings and nightlife and all this stuff, and maybe I'm not here enough, but every time I come, the city feels good. I feel good here. I like what's going on. Last time I was here, the crowds were a little weird. It felt off. I didn't see any of like the regulars. I think like it's coming around. Summer's coming. Things feel good. Like we all just saw like these like horrible videos of all this violence in the last couple weeks here in Chicago. But one thing I will say, and maybe, dude, I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is just like my impression.
That's what a podcast is.
Yeah, this is just my impression. Like, if I was at Millennium Park and there was randomly 2,000 kids showed up, I would leave. I wouldn't stay around and watch it unfold. I'm not going to put myself in that situation. I'm not going to like be obviously like there's like fucking nonsense going on. Let's leave. Like I'm not like when there's a big fight in a club, I don't jump into the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah, no.
actually, it's not true. But
I feel you because the internet and the fear porn definitely does blow up situations bigger than they are.
yeah,
And
there's
that's not
clearly problems here.
Exactly.
Obviously, there's problems here, but I don't think that like people should be scared to come to Chicago. Like my Chicago people that live in Arizona like are making posts all the time on Instagram. Oh, I'm so glad I got out of there. You couldn't pay me to go back there, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I think you're wrong. Like I think you're making the problem worse by talking like that.
Even before the dark times, even before COVID, when I lived here and, you would tell somebody from out of town that you're from Chicago,
First thing
the first thing is like,
Chirac,
it's dangerous,
Chirac,
it's this, it's that. So it's always had that.
Yeah.
And now everything has been propelled through the roof, crime-wise in every city. So it's always been that, and it's gotten worse, but at the same time, it's always been that.
Yo, You know, it used to be DC. That used to be the city that everybody talked about being like the problem city.
Yeah.
And it was, and it might still be. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that
What
was
going there.
That was, but it was just constantly on the news. And this must have been late 90s, early 2000s. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of old now. I don't know if it holds up. There's a great movie by Saul Williams, the slam poet, called Slam, and it's about like a youth growing up in DC during like all these problems, and it's a great movie. If you don't know Saul Williams, you should check him out. Period. He's incredible. But,
Okay.
He did.
Any relation to Cat Williams?
No. Did you ever see? Did you ever pick up those Raucous Records compilations, Lyricist Lounge 1 through 3? Did you ever see those?
I remember my brother having those, and that was a TV show.
No, maybe, but
yeah, that show was on MTV.
Raucous
I remember
had
that.
like a compilation album when they were like in the early days of Raucous Records. And if you're not familiar with Raucous Records, that's like where typically most.
Are you talking Sound Bombing?
Yeah,
I think Sound Bombing is the famous Raucous compilations with Talib and all that.
Was it Lyrics? No, was it Sound Bombing?
I think it's.
Where's
Sound
my
Bombing.
phone? God damn it! I want to look this up now.
No phones.
But
pod.
fuck you. I do what I want. It's
No
my
phones on
podcast
the
now.
Let's go. He's juiced up. We got him. Hello.
Oh my god! Wait, no. Shit, I can't remember. I feel like it was Lyricist Lounge. I can see.
It could be. I don't know. Who cares?
Anyway, Saul had a couple of really
Someone will
awesome
Google it.
tracks on it. Whatever. I mean, great dude. Anyways, the point I'm getting at is that over time things can change.
Yeah.
Things can get better. The city can heal. Like this, in 5 years, we might not be talking about this about Chicago.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
hope
Who
so.
knows?
I'm
Yeah, I
ready.
hope so,
I'm
too.
ready for it to come back. I mean,
Yeah.
Brandon Johnson's not, but I am.
Is Brandon Johnson the new mayor? Yeah. I actually have no idea who he is. I haven't seen a goddamn thing.
I don't really know either. But
Beetlejuice is gone though.
I don't like him.
Why not?
I don't like him.
Why not?
I don't know. He doesn't seem to have great ideas for this city.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to have.
Are you open to give him a chance?
I mean, I'm not here, so it doesn't really matter.
Do you want to be here?
Yeah, I'd love to be back here. Sort of. I don't know. I look at what's going on here, and I'm like, do I want to come back
What's
here?
going on here that you don't want to be a part of?
I want. I'm looking for a team. I'll go.
You said this to me when I
anywhere that
was drunk
can
last
have-
night over text because I was talking shit to you.
Yeah,
Dude, yesterday fell off the rails.
yeah.
I have a problem.
Well, I know.
And the problem is Sunday Funday. Okay?
Yeah,
This is how it goes. Like, I had a fantastic weekend. Personally, I think I did a really good job on Saturday. People came out to see me. I think I played a good set. Club was busy, from what I can tell. I don't know.
Give me one.
Wait, and then Sunday, I wake up feeling really good. Oh, I'm definitely coming back here. Blah blah blah. And then, like midnight rolls around on Sunday Funday after like 10 hours of drinking, and I start talking shit. I start talking shit to locals, and I like really believe that I know what I'm saying. No matter what I say is right. There's no wrong.
Yeah, you have good self-awareness because, like, I know all of this about you. We're friends. I've spent a lot of time with you. These are all very true things, and it's nice to see somebody that really has a self-awareness and the capability to understand themselves. Most people don't have that.
You're joking about
I'm not
having
joking.
self-awareness?
No,
You're not being sarcastic?
No,
Oh, I think you're so
no,
wrong.
you're a terrible person, and you know it.
I'm not a terrible person.
No,
I am a good person.
You're a good person.
But self-awareness, no, like...
Not in
So
the
maybe-
moment. After,
Okay,
like
okay.
you know now. But in the moment while you were doing those things, no, you had no
I think
self-awareness.
one of the things that DJs deal with the most, and like this is like a common thing that I hear about, and I feel like there should be like a greater like mental health conversation about this.
We need all
But-
sorts of mental health conversations.
Every DJ, whether it's if they don't work Sunday, it's Sunday for them. If they work Sunday, it's Monday for them. Wake up and go, what the fuck did I say? What did I do? Oh my God. And I think I talked to some DJs, and every one of them, when you talk to them about it, they're acting like they're the only one that goes through that when we're all going through it. Now,
Yeah.
you're an asshole. Here's the thing. You're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. You get like a little bit tipsy and watch the rest of us act like idiots. And then you wake up the next day and tell us everything that we did.
Yeah.
And make it way worse. Like you take anxiety from a 7 to an 11. Okay.
I just want to make sure that you know.
I don't need to know. I know enough. I know enough.
If I'm telling you,
I'm already like reeling. And then, Tuesday, then you have like a big meal Monday night, you eat too much. You watch some Kill Tony or whatever, smoke a hit off a pen.
Smoke a little hit off a vape pen.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't believe you didn't smoke weed with me for his first time. I'm going to hit this vape pen one time.
Yo, it's crazy. I can't even smoke weed anymore. But so we all like act like we're like alone in this, but I literally right now it's Monday. Okay, the anxiety it's almost 9 o'clock. The anxiety is just about worn off. You know what I mean? For every DJ in the country.
Yeah.
And every open format asshole DJ, not you fucking special people that are so healthy and whatever and play dance music. The asshole DJs that like run parties and do Sunday.
Well, Conflict's probably in his ice bath right now, so I think he's also
Fuck
out
him.
of this conversation.
Fuck you, Conflict. He's like, just finished my second workout of the day. Oh, I don't drink. Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, enough already. Enough already. Put the weights down. Okay, nobody cares, bro. Nobody fucking cares, dude, that you're healthy. All right.
I care.
I'm over here dying, and I'm gonna die with happy man
dignity.
No, the opposite. He's gonna die with dignity. I'm gonna die like questioning my decisions. But no, Mondays suck for DJs, and last night was no different. Very end of the night, I just had to fucking run my mouth. Just couldn't keep my fucking mouth shut. Had to talk a little shit to other DJs, become an asshole.
But talking shit is fun. It's a love language. My love language is shit talking.
Yo, it's so crazy because I am the definition of like dish it, can't take it.
Yeah.
You're
kind of a pussy.
Oh my God, I'm so soft.
Yeah.
Does he not? He doesn't like me. They don't like me.
Yeah.
I just want everybody. Dude, this whole game though is about getting people to like you. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Like you have to like some like club owner just decides that he likes you, and then now you're the guy that gets to play that club. And that's all it is. That's all it is I'm no different. Like there's 100,000 good DJs, but these 10 people like me, so I get to play at those clubs, and those 10 people like you, so you get to play at those clubs. And actually, no, I'm a better DJ than you. I'm better than all of you, but just kidding. Not really.
Who are you talking to?
But no, talking to the whole world of DJs. No, but yeah, Mondays fucking suck. And today is no different than any other Monday for me. And by Thursday, tomorrow, I'll be saying to myself, I'm not drinking anymore. I'm taking a break this week. I'm taking a break.
And then you set foot in.
And then no, like the thing is that tomorrow I'll feel a little bit better. Wednesday I'll feel like at an 8, and Thursday I'll feel like I'm back, baby. I worked out every day. Like I ate well. I ate grilled meats and vegetables for 4 days, and then I go to cake on Thursday night, and I walk in and I need a vodka soda, a shot, and a sugar-free Red Bull right away, and it's game time for 4 more days.
It's game time.
It's Groundhog's Day. It's the cycle.
It is. Well, I mean, the thing about DJing is that you are performing. You are performing.
We're doing something.
You're performing. What? How many days do you work? 5 days a week? 4 days a week? Some days double shifts though.
5 shifts, 4 days.
5 shifts, 4 days.
Yep.
And sometimes you're on airplanes.
Almost
over
every
the
Saturday.
weekend.
Almost every Saturday.
So you're traveling.
Which
You're performing.
is going through a different cycle right now where I've been taking a lot of 8 a.m. flights, so I'm not sleeping. But before, it was actually keeping me in check because Scottsdale, I have too much freedom.
Yeah.
And I know too many people, and there's too many after hours and all these stupid things, But getting at it, going to dude, I played in Boise, Idaho. We go. You think that got messy? No way.
It's not necessarily about how messy it gets, but it's like traveling in and of itself is an anxiety-inducing activity for anybody, even no matter how much you do it.
Not for me. It's my it's my happy place. Airports and airplanes are my happy place.
No way.
I love airplanes. I love getting on airplanes. I love even sleeping on airplanes. I actually hate first class.
You're literally insane.
I know. Okay, so I got upgraded for tomorrow and I'm flying first class, but I'm taking a 6 a.m. flight home, so we're not going to sleep tonight.
You're not
I'm gonna
taking a 6 a.m. flight.
I'm doing that, yes.
No, you're not. We already decided
Yo,
that's not
the
happening.
crazy thing is when you sit on first class, the seats are much bigger. There's a space, there's a gap between the window and the seat.
Yeah.
So I can't use my little pillow and lean against the window and fall asleep.
So you don't like it as much.
No, I like the comfort of the seat and getting on quickly and like, like the warmed mixed nuts or whatever. But first class is like great, I think, for when you're like going on a trip with your girlfriend. For work, I want to be just jammed in that corner seat with my pillow against the window. I exit row. I want exit row.
Yeah.
I want to be able to extend my legs and just put my head against the window and fall asleep because and I learned this from fashion, I try to take the first flight out. So like when I play in LA, I fly there, I bring my suitcase to the club, and then I go from the club to the airport.
And is that to stop yourself from making bad decisions?
No, I need to so I take the 5 a.m. out if I can make it, because sometimes we stay open a little bit later in LA. Take the 5 a.m. out. I'm home by like, let's call it 7. I sleep until noon, and then I go do my 3 p.m. gig at Hefe on Sunday. Because I generally only travel on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So it's just, I would either, the other option is to go to bed by 4, let's call it, and then wake up at 9 feeling like crap and like going to the airport and then getting home by like, let's call it 1 or 2 and having to go straight to work. And that's the worst. So you just grab that 5 a.m.er and you like tomorrow, if I take the 6 a.m. tomorrow, which means I don't go to bed tonight, I will sleep for 2.5 hours on the plane. I land at 7:45. I'll go sleep until noon, and then I'll hit the gym and I'll have my whole day ahead of me. I'll actually be off to an earlier start. I'll have a more productive day.
Yeah.
So the other option is the flight would be 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. Which is probably what you're going to do.
Fuck no.
That's probably what you're going to do.
I know.
Well, I'll get you guys an update on the next pod that I film after this on what happens. But
we can just hit the Instagram later.
Probably what we're going to do.
We like sleeping on your couch.
But let's talk. We mulled over a couple different big subjects here. We're talking a lot.
That's what I do.
Juiced up,
baby. Grapefruit juiced up.
The first thing I like is we're performing, right? So we have to give people something. We have to give people a piece of ourselves.
We were talking about this earlier today.
5 times a week, right? You're doing it 5 times a week.
500 times a night.
500 times a night.
Yes.
You have to give somebody a little piece of yourself, whether that is you taking an idea from your brain and bringing it through your hands to the records, out the speakers, into people's ears, and hyping them up.
Yes.
That is a piece of yourself. That is something that you're losing, that is energy lost from you.
Okay.
Maybe not so much for you because you pride yourself on playing the exact same set every single night for the last 4 years. That's your thing. I feel a little differently about it, but on top of that is then you have to speak to people that come up and want to request, or you have to talk to the table that's next to the DJ booth because they spent a bunch of money, or you got friends that are at the front door and you want to go help them out. There's all sorts of things to be done
Switching vapes
while this performance is going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, the biggest pet peeve, and like, I don't know, like I'm kind of a manners guy. My mom like would make me put my napkin in my lap at McDonald's when I was 4.
That was just to cover your boner.
You think I had a boner at 4?
I know
in front of my mom at McDonald's.
I had a McDonald's boner once or twice.
That's a stretch, even for me. Okay, but no. So, and I mean, maybe it's because I'm a DJ or what. There's a lot to unpack here, but maybe because I'm a DJ. But like, first of all, if I walk up into a DJ booth and somebody goes, "Yo, you got to get down," it's not personal. It's because something's going on. I'm actually very welcome in most DJ booths in America, right? Like,
Shockingly.
we all are because we're a community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, come up. Like, let's do a shot. Like, whatever. Like, that's just something like, I go into a club, I immediately go to the DJ booth. First thing I do is
It's a comfort zone for sure.
And,
I mean,
and
you're
you know,
out of
and
the
that's,
crowd.
but the DJ's 9 times out of 10 the homie too.
Yeah.
So we're going to see our homie who's DJing, right? But customers will come up to me and give me like the tap on the shoulder when I'm mid mix, and I'm like, yo, 1 second. Just do this. I'm like, yo, 1 second. Because I'm in the middle of a fucking, like, I need both of my hands. Like,
you're using your ears. You're using
I'm also
your
like,
eyes,
might be playing a
using your
song for a
hands.
table, giving a shout out, like whatever. And they will tap me 11 seconds later.
Relentlessly.
And I'm like, yo, just once. Like, it takes me 32 seconds, I think, is like the length of 8 measures to mix a fucking hip hop song. Okay. 30 seconds. And then by the end of that 30 seconds, this person is like, fuck you, CUTSWELL, you just big time me, and they run out of the booth kind of thing. Or like I have to then like apologize, pretend, and then maybe try to explain to them that I was like busy, like relax. But I've had people like go like stop talking to me because I told them to hold on for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They like take it like really personal. Like I had a dude during Super Bowl, I was like bringing up Snoop Dogg, and the guy was like trying to come over to the booth and say hi to me. I'm like, dude, bring up Snoop. Like, just chill out. Well, come say hi to you in like 1 minute.
Like, I'm literally
And
doing something.
He's
right
been
now.
bringing it up for a month, or it's been like 2 months now. Like, won't stop bringing it up, and I think it's like insane. And I'm like, not only is like a sense of entitlement, like you don't deserve to be up there in the first place.
Yeah.
You're getting like basically a free table. Like you're getting like lots of extra room. Nobody's bumping into you. I've got bottles that you're drinking off of. Like I'm ordering shots. You're getting them for free. And like all you can do is be mad at me because I didn't do what you wanted me to do when you wanted it. And I'm working and performing and you're just asking. And all people do all day long is text you, I need this, I need that. Now they don't say it like that. Like I don't like put up with rude people, but like all we ever do is service people. That's our job. We're in hospitality. We service people. I help people get tables. I help people get on the guest list. Like, and the crazy thing is that like I don't actually want anything in return. One of my very good friends in Arizona is always trying to buy me drinks. Always like brings me gifts and shit for like always taking care of him during big events. I always make sure he gets in, like that kind of thing. And I'm like, dude, all I want in return is just keep being cool. Like, don't annoy me, you know, just stop, just like let me work and like we can hang out. And when I'm like playing a longer song, we'll like fucking take a shot and joke around or whatever. But it's just insane. These fucking kids these days, god damn it. These fucking TikTok kids fucking demanding so goddamn much from me and you and every other fucking DJ. And I don't know if it's like that in every city, but Scottsdale, it's fucking relentless. Like these people are goddamn. Oh, I'll be putting up with so much excuse me, shit, like while I'm just trying to fucking mix. Like,
Yeah.
And I want to be social while I'm DJing 100%. I don't want it to be empty, but I don't want to be disrespected either.
Yeah. And sometimes you want to be social, but sometimes your battery is on E. I mean, for me, sometimes I can't. Like, I don't have it in me. I don't have anything left to give you. I'm giving everything I have to this equipment.
Yeah.
I'm giving it all to this performance. I did it for 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
I'm drained. I'm shot. I haven't gotten any love back. I'm just giving, and they want more.
Yeah.
And it's tough sometimes.
I don't know if
honestly.
like my moon cycle is lined up with the crowd or not, but I seem to like get lucky when like I'm feeling like that. It's always like on a slower night, and it's not slower so that I'm feeling that way. It's like it just like happens. Like I'm off, and then the club is like off on its own. Like it's just not like one of those nights where the regulars show up, or there's like a bunch of people in the booth. And I like seem to get last Friday, like the first week of Coachella was obviously a little bit slower in Scottsdale, and I remember I was like feeling sick or something that night. And then it just not like one friend came to see me and it was like perfect.
Yeah.
So like that. I needed it like so bad to be like that.
Yeah. So like, I mean, there's so much I love about DJing, the social aspect, the community in the room that you're in, connecting with everybody. You're kind of leading the whole charge, and you're building this great energy and have this thing going on. But there's just some nights that I'm like, man, I wish I was like in a closet and nobody could see me and I could just play these records, and like I don't want any part of any of this other than just playing songs.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
This might help.
Yeah.
Tequila.
The alcohol, unfortunately, is the cure.
How about, you know what? Hold on one second. Hold on.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yo, real quick, I did go get a bottle of tequila that you probably won't drink. Cause,
Yeah. You think I won't fucking...
oh, my God. Here we go. Jesus Christ. God. See, that's why I didn't get you a cup.
You think I'm a bitch?
So,
It's been a
by the
long
way,
time
by the
since
way,
I've drank
by
out
the
of
way,
the pod.
we did something very disrespectful. We did something very disrespectful
Which
from
time?
the start of this podcast.
We didn't thank Ed Kilroy.
We did not thank Ed
Yeah.
Kilroy, and we did not acknowledge that we are here in the private room of Bloom.
Well, you know.
What? What?
Well,
You don't want to acknowledge that?
well,
What the fuck's wrong with that?
well.
What?
Sunday.
Oh, shut up. Don't be a baby. Ed Kilroy is my favorite person in Chicago.
He's one of the best.
My favorite person in Chicago. There's Ed and then you somewhere. I don't know. But Ed's definitely at the
There's
top.
Ed and then there's Chris R.
Ed Kilroy and I worked together in Arizona. He was like a manager at Hefe, and now he's running Bloom. He used to run Bottle Blonde out here. He had his own spot for a while. What was it called?
Hush.
Hush. Correct. Sorry. When I first started coming out here and I didn't know anyone, Ed let me sleep on his couch. And that was the start of me learning the city. That's when I met people like Chris R, Jesse Seeley, Dolo, you. I met you
At Underground on a
because
Sunday
I
night.
did what I do to this day. Okay? Every time I walk into a nightclub, if there's an open format DJ or house, just like not a famous person, basically, DJing, I walk up to the booth and I introduce myself every single time. If they're doing a good job, I let them know. If they're not, I just introduce myself. And you were killing it at Underground, and I walked in and I introduced myself, and Dola will never fucking let this go. It's so annoying.
I usually bring it up.
He's always like, "You are such an asshole. You're such an asshole to me," and I'm like, I don't think I was. I think you're just really, really sensitive, Dolo.
Yeah.
You are real sensitive hours, and I've come to realize that a lot of DJs in Chicago are a little sensitive.
It's a sensitive place, you know?
Yeah, and we're all a little sensitive, and I'm a little offensive. Okay, so that's not a great combination.
No, I feel
I'm
the
a
same
dick.
way.
Every DJ in Arizona is like, love CUTSWELL, total asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I though? Because, or am I just like, I don't know, blunt or something?
Yeah, I want to smoke a blunt.
I'm
Here's the thing about that night is that you did come into the DJ booth and you did have nice things to say, and I appreciated that. But the real thing that
Dolo's talking about.
no,
What? Oh, the real thing.
the real thing that set you apart from almost anybody else who comes into a nightclub and says something, makes you a promise, is that you delivered.
What was the promise?
You told me, you said, yo, you're killing it, this and that. You had all these compliments, this and that. I'm CUTSWELL. I'm from Arizona. If you ever come out, like, I got you. Hit me up. I got you.
This man has a room in my fucking house, and it's full of stuffed animals that I bought for him to have in there. Okay? Giant, oversized stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Because he's a weirdo. We all know that. Anyways, I tell people that every week to this day.
But hold on. I'm not done.
Okay?
You told me that, and I did plan a trip to Arizona, and I did hit you up, and I said, yo, I'm coming out to AZ. Is there any sort of gig I can get? And you hooked me up.
Did I?
You connected me with Sid Vicious, who was doing the bookings at Cake, and you got me an opening slot at Cake.
Did I? I don't
Yes.
even remember that.
Yes. And then that night...
Did we
their
pull you? We pulled him.
No, the headliner canceled, and I got to do the entire night.
No way, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's an awesome story.
It's amazing.
Dude, you know what really sucks? And please listen to me when I say this. I can't book DJs in Arizona. I cannot. I cannot. We don't do it. And there's 1,000 of you that I want to bring out. Like, dude, I really want to bring out Crespo. That guy is so awesome. He's so cool. He's been so nice to me. Checks in on me. First time he ever saw me DJ, gave me all the compliments. Told me, like, come to Miami. It's the same kind of thing. You know what I mean? I felt like it was a like-minded individual, you know?
Yeah. No, but that's how I knew you were a real one, because Architect always told me, he was like, yo, if anybody ever tells you they're going to do something for you, follow up the next day or follow up
Immediately.
and remind them that they said that, because normally it's drunken bullshit talk. But every once in a while, if you remind somebody, if somebody's a good person and you tell them, like, hey, you remember when you told me you were going to do this?
Yeah.
Well, now it's time to do it. That is truly disgusting.
Yeah, that's a disgusting
That is
tequila burp.
truly disgusting.
Yeah.
I will throw up right now. That is disgusting. But yeah, you did come through and you delivered, and that was like, you're a real one. And
I'm a follow-up guy.
That is the foundation of our relationship.
Okay. For sure. We also, did we hang out after Underground? I don't know.
I don't know. We didn't.
You just came to Arizona.
I just came to Arizona, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. That's cool. I'm always looking to meet, like, I mean, technically you are younger than me, like, even though never feels
technically. I mean, I am.
You know, yeah.
And they can see it on camera.
But it never it never feels that way because, you know, I'm really immature.
Yeah.
And you're not. Like, you have your shit together, whatever. But like,
sit here
the point I was going to make is, like, one of, like, I'm always looking, like, anyone that wants to work, like, really work, I want to, like, know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to fuck with, and, like, is willing to, like, really make it happen. And I've, like, tried to, like, put on, like, a lot of younger DJs and shit, and they go like 6. They don't go to 10. They're not like and the thing is that they're doing it full time and they're living the life. And it's like, if you're gonna be living the life and you're gonna be a DJ, why wouldn't you give it everything?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Coming from somebody that doesn't give it everything is kind of ridiculous. But I went through a lot of it was different for me because when I started, there was no internet, right?
Yeah.
There was no way to, like, learn. Like, I used to buy, like, Cuber DVDs to learn how to, like, scratch or, like, whatever, right? And we didn't just have, like, instant access. So it was really hard. And there was also, like, not a lot of people to, like, lift you up. It was more, like, shut you down, if anything. And there's a lot of things that I did really wrong in my 20s were mostly about, like, being insecure that made me waste a lot of time. So my goal when I meet, like, a really hungry DJ, it's do these 10 things, do them right now, get it fucking done, get it out of the way, do the hard work right now. It's like getting your master's degree. It's just like, get it out of the way, like, go get it done, knock it out. And because otherwise you're just going to be floating. You're just going to be floating as a DJ for the rest of your career unless you just, like, bang it out. Like, and then also I try to get them, like, really focused. Like, what do you very specifically want to do?
Yeah, you have to have a goal. If you're doing anything, you have to have a goal because you're working towards something. Right. There needs to be it's that small thing that's your next step, or it's that ultimate thing that's 10 steps.
We were talking about acting earlier today, and in method acting, they talk about this thing called the super objective, right? So if your super objective in DJing is playing in Las Vegas, okay, that's your goal. You want to be a headliner at Omnia or Jewel. Doesn't matter if it's in the hip hop room or the EDM room, whatever, the main room. What are the 100 steps we need to take to get to that point? Yeah. So there's a number of goals that have to happen between A and B, right? Or A and Z, let's call it. So B is going to be like, all right, like marketing or whatever. I mean, we can get it. I can go on forever. Like, you know, we have in the DJ community, we have all these record pools, you know, and every one of them puts out, like, monthly mixes. One of the first things that I would try to do is get a mix on every one of those websites. Yeah. Every single one of them. That's like, now every DJ in the country knows who you are, you know, maybe make some edits. you know, whatever. Like, get to know the community. Like,
I mean, I would say that, yeah, depending on what your super goal
that's
is
like a
or
national
whatever,
like national attention stuff.
making edits and those things, that goes towards a specific type of goal, I believe. You know, it depends what you want to do.
I'm not saying become a full-time editor.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's an easy way to get in, like, other DJs' computers. You know what I mean? And then,
Yeah, but like, what is that? I've never really been big on that.
so I've done it. I did a bunch of it, and I actually had some, like, edits that, like, became really popular.
And then
it
what
really, well, now I'm just, like, a name with DJs, and that's really important because DJs hire DJs.
Yeah.
So
they do.
So, like, just like you met me in the club, right? Mm-hmm. But I'd never heard of you, right? If I'd seen you on Headliner or DMS or whatever prior,
And then saw me.
and then in person, it
Yeah.
makes it one step easier.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're right.
So the other thing I say is, like, a lot of DJs will be like, "Yo, I want to play in Scottsdale." And I'll be like, first question I always ask, I'll be like, "What club you want to play at?" I'll be like, "Oh, I don't know any one of them."
You know what's there.
Right. So the next question is, if they do know and they say Hi-Fi, I will say, "Who's the GM of Hi-Fi?" And they'll go, they'll, like, name a promoter or, like, a runner,
Scottsdale
something.
Nights.
Yeah, whatever. And I'll be like, "Nope, nope, nope." And they're like, they look at me confused, like, "Why are you asking this?" I'm like, because if you don't know who's hiring, how can you apply?
Yeah.
How can you apply for a job if you don't know who the fuck is hiring? And it's not hard to meet Dan Young at Hi-Fi.
Good looking
Just
guy too.
Great looking guy, killing it right now, getting fucking ripped. Go to Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
Go there.
You have to be in anywhere you want to
join
DJ.
the
You have
community.
to be there. Yeah.
It's a community-based job. So if you're not a part of the community, nobody's gonna hire you. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I went to Vegas every month for like 2 or 3 years, and I didn't ask for work. I just went and met everyone, and I'm barely getting in that bitch.
You have
now.
to show up. You have to understand what's going on in the room, because if you do, let's say by some, you know, crazy 1 in a million chance, you do get hired there by never setting foot in there. Now what? You don't know what the fuck
every
they play in
time-
there. You don't know what they
every-
like. You don't know what they want. You don't know what the crowd looks like. You
Dude,
don't know how the room sounds.
Every
You
time
don't know
I've gotten
anything.
that gig, and I've gotten that gig a lot,
Yeah.
actually, in the last couple of years. I've gone to some B and C markets where they just, like, booked me off the name, and I feel so much cooler getting booked in, like, a random city. Like, dude, I played in Boise last week for my second time, and to me, that's bigger than playing in Vegas because I made Vegas happen. Boise just fucking booked me.
Right.
And that's super cool, but it's really hard to, like, make a connection with those people, not like the crowd, but like the owners and stuff, when, like, you didn't put that work in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's better if you have a relationship with the owners or managers or promoters or whatever, because that's going to get you there consistently. You're going to know what they're looking for, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. And speaking of owners and beautiful people and community, let's get back to Ed Kilroy.
Ed Kilroy, ladies and gentlemen.
Because this touched on a point that I, was speaking on earlier, and you said, yeah, we were talking about this over text, and then we kind of mulled over it. But I need a team, right?
I think you're wrong.
And Ed Kilroy was part of that team that I once took for granted, that I now know that I need. I didn't know I needed that back then, but now I know that I need that because I don't have it.
Look, anything that you think you need, that you believe in, that's going to make you do the work or get the job done or whatever, because you're talking about building a team. Like, you feel like if you want to come back here, you need a team.
I need a team.
Right. So
If I want to do
but
anything,
the way
I need
you
a team.
say, when I hear you say that, what I hear is, like, it sounds like you're, like, waiting for the team to magically appear. The only way you're going to get that team is if you come here and put the fucking team together.
I mean,
but
that-
it's not going to happen sitting in your fucking shitty apartment in Houston.
Well, my
Okay.
apartment's definitely not shitty.
You sound like
It's
one
in
of
a
those.
shithole
You sound like
city.
one of those 23-year-old kids that doesn't know who's hiring at Hi-Fi.
It's in a shithole city, but it's definitely not shitty. And that's 50% right. There is that.
Yeah.
But there's also, like, okay, I'm more of an opportunity guy. I'm a wait, watch, chill, scope it out, feel it out. You know what I mean? I'm not. If I really, 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 really wanted to further my DJ career and do things like that, then yeah, sure, come here and make the team, whatever. I'm sort of switching focus. I would like to switch more into focusing on this podcast, But for the time being, I am still a full-time DJ, and I'm waiting for the right opportunity. But I don't currently have the team in Houston, Texas that we had in Chicago,
For sure.
which was such a big part of it. You need somebody who believes in you
But
and has fun with you.
You're from here,
and
you're from Chicago, and that kind of happened like, I don't want to call it organically because you put the work in, right? But like, this is where you came up, and these are the people you know,
Yes.
and like, you're not like a Houston person.
Thank
You're
you.
You're
Thank
not,
you. That is the biggest compliment you've ever given
But like,
me, actually.
Fawn is a Houston person.
Fawn's a Houston
and he
guy.
probably has that there.
He does, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
and because that's like where his roots are.
Yes.
you know, and I have it in Scottsdale.
Yes.
'cause that's where my roots are.
And that's what I'm saying. If the team gets back together over here, I'm in. I'm ready.
But I think my argument has been since the last 2 times that I've been here is that I think that there's more opportunity in the city of Chicago than ever, because I think that
I think
that from my perspective, there's a lack of leadership in the scene. And I think that you have a strong personality and you are a party builder. You're not just a DJ. You're not. Like, just a DJ means you show up at 10, you leave at 2. Okay? Like, you have thrown, we talked about this in the last podcast, 1 million successful parties. Okay?
And hold on, sidebar, real quick, just while we're right here. We're throwing another party.
May
Sunday
7th.
night,
May
May 7th, Polecats.
And
This is my build the team. This is my shot at building the team in Houston.
Making a name for yourself by throwing an awesome Sunday night party that becomes legendary and talked about for years.
Yes.
Do you remember that time so-and-so did so-and-so with
Yes.
so-and-so at that night that we used to always go to?
Yes,
That's
I
what
wanna
that's all
have
about.
that.
Yo,
I want.
Isn't it so dope that, like, we have that? Like, I have a really bad memory these days. God knows why. But, dude, the stories come up. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, there is a lot of history. Like, I have been doing that. Like, I'm not just, like, dreaming about doing it anymore. Like, I actually have been playing a Sunday night for 12 years.
Yeah, you forget. You're
Yeah.
so locked into it, and
Yeah,
you're thinking
just
about
every
the
week,
next
and I taking it
opportunity.
for granted,
Yeah.
and like trying to build upon that, and like whatever, and you know, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's really awesome. Like, what we've done at Hefe over the last 12 years. I've been at Hefe on Fridays for 12 years.
That's crazy.
It might be 13 now.
We're about to be the start of something that's going to last 12 years. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mark
gonna
my
be in
words.
Houston for 12 years?
Well, it's going to the party itself. It's not going to stay in Houston. It's going to start in Houston. And I'm excited because that's what they need. That's what that city needs right now, is a place that is known for, like, the traveling DJ, like the big DJ from every market around this country. I want them to come play my party that's connected to
Yeah.
my podcast, that is thrown by me
Yo.
and the
Yeah,
guys who
so that
believe in what
when
I'm
other
doing.
industry people go to Houston on a Sunday,
Exactly.
they go, oh, like, my boy from my market always goes there. So
Exactly.
yeah, dude. I mean, it really works, actually. Like, I think we talked about this last time, but I like bring in quite a bit of like customers and tables from the traveling thing. That's been like a residual result, is like, you know, the people that, like, people from Chicago hit me up when they come to Arizona. People from San Diego hit me up, and like,
Yes.
I'm fortunate enough to live in a tourist city.
The way
You
that
live in Houston.
the way
So I
that
don't know if that's gonna work, but
the way that as
nobody's going to Houston.
well, that's the thing is,
And you also have the worst baseball team in America. I mean, technically they're champions.
They just
but it's-
won.
I know, but they are the worst.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I was in that city when they won, and like I was just like, hey,
What was
I
it?
in
What was it
Chicago
like?
when
What
the
was it
Cubs
like
won.
when they won?
It was like another Saturday night. I
Oh my
don't
God.
care. I don't give a fuck. I was here when the Cubs won, and I'm from here. And
One
it
of
was
my
incredible.
favorite, like, I know it's not that great, but one of my favorite stories from being in Chicago was I was with Ed. It was like a Tuesday night, like 6 years ago, when the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup. So the cops, in like preparation of what should be a riot, came and towed all of the cars on the street, like without warning, just took everybody's fucking vehicle and impounded it, essentially.
Yeah.
Because they thought there was going to be like a riot, and then nothing happened. The streets were like crickets.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like I just like laugh at the fact that like all these people like got probably charged hundreds of dollars by the city for like their car being parked legally. You know what I mean? Because they were like, "Oh, there's going to be a riot." Like the city couldn't like think that they might win like 2 days in advance and put up no parking signs. Like,
Yeah, or you were just on
So
Hubbard
corrupt.
Street and at 11 p.m. hit, and everyone that was parked there got
No,
charged.
no, they literally. We were watching it. They were literally like came out with mass tow trucks and like cleared the streets because they thought there was going to be a riot.
No, that's a standard night in Chicago.
They just fucking towed. I don't think it was that late. I'm telling you, dog. It was just. I'm telling you.
Ed, what
Ed?
do we got? It was
No
11
way.
o'clock on Hubbard Street.
No, and they just tow every vehicle.
Yes,
Robert?
it all says all the signs. They fuck you up though. The signs are like December through April.
Yo,
but if
don't
it's
ruin my
below-
story.
If it's below
don't ruin my
this
story. This
degree-
is my favorite thing ever because it just like speaks to like the ridiculousness.
This
but
is my city, and I gotta stand strong with them. They don't just tow for no reason. They do.
World Series either. It was a complete madhouse in Chicago. You're nuts. I was in Ridley when I won. It was chaos.
For the Blackhawks.
yeah,
Oh,
Cubs,
yeah, it was
Cubs is
insane.
different because that's like
Yeah.
how many years did they go without
No,
winning?
I said being in Houston for the Astros winning was nothing.
Nothing,
because
yeah.
being here for the Cubs was insane.
Was it
yeah.
really?
Oh, it was, but they had the fucking Sheeny curse. There was like a curse. They had to walk
yeah.
the goat. It's like a whole thing. They haven't won for 80 years.
Hey, Red Sox did the same thing in like 2006 or some shit. I don't even remember. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, but here's the thing. As a DJ that was coming up and wanted to play at all these parties like Sapphires in New York was like if you got booked there,
Oh, yeah.
you were that tier of DJ.
Yeah.
You were that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I want to start that party. I want that party where other DJs are looking and they're going, yo, how do I get booked for that
Well,
party? Like all these guys I look up
Yeah.
to, or all these guys that are
Yeah.
on my level or whatever. are all
Wait, and you're
playing
starting
there.
with me to make that
I'm
statement?
starting with you, baby.
That's a terrible idea.
I'm starting with
You
you.
need to start with like somebody that people care about.
That's you.
No, I'd like it's
You're
like
bubbling right now.
It's like a 4-color Zach or something.
It would be great. It would be amazing, but he's
Even like a
not
scene,
the right
a
guy.
DJ scene.
I would love to have seen
Yeah, he's fun.
and
even though he's
stream it live
sober.
on Twitch.
He's sober.
I mean, the guys on Twitch just absolutely murdering. I watched.
Is he
his
still
stream,
on?
like,
Is he
last
still
week.
doing it?
Yes, dude.
Do people still stream on Twitch?
Yes,
I've never watched a Twitch stream.
he took that shit and went next level with it.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So did Angie, right?
Angie V.
Yeah. She like blew up.
I remember
on Twitch.
seeing her on there. I don't know.
She
if
like
still
blew up.
does it.
I think like that like really got the ball rolling. I mean, she's big now. Like she's killing it, and she's a great person too. She's super cool. Yeah, do that because you know what? You're in the right city too. Like
They need it.
Houston.
They don't
Houston
have it.
has strip club culture.
Yes.
Some states have like. So like in Arizona, it's like, oh no, we went to the strip club, like it was naughty,
Yeah.
right. But in Houston, it's like
It's just
like
regular.
going to a bar,
Yes.
and I love that about like the South and shit. Like, oh yeah, we're just gonna smoke hookah, eat some mixed nuts, like maybe throw a couple ones, like
Yes.
have some drinks. Like the rest of the country, it's like you're like lying to your girlfriend or something about going to the strip club.
Yeah,
Like,
it's completely normal. Like,
you bring your girlfriend to the strip club. in
bring your
Houston.
girl this way.
Yeah.
You can look at a girl on the street and she looks like a stripper, and you can ask her if she's a stripper, and if she's not, she'll be like, "Oh no, I'm not."
Yes.
You do that in Chicago, they're like, "What?
This girl last night was
Like
like,
I'm a fucking stripper?" You know what I mean?
This
Like,
girl last night here in Chicago was like, "Oh, what do you do?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm a performer."
come on,
And I was like, "In the industry?" And she's like,
a fellatio performer.
"Yeah, at a nightclub." And I'm like, "So how long have you been dancing for?" And she was like, "Well, I'm just paying for nursing school."
Yeah. Classic. They shy.
And I
away
hope
from
you'll-
it.
I
They
hope-
shy away from it. In
I-
Houston,
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
just regular. It's whatever.
I
Go to the strip
hope
club.
that the nursing school thing works out.
And
I
then,
really do.
yeah.
I've only ever seen 2 strippers get out of the game like that, ever. They always like get too damaged by it. to be
Yeah.
honest with you. It's a fucked up environment.
It's not a good environment, but
Yeah.
that's why we're coming.
And that's
to
why
turn
I
the
want you to
tables
come on May 7th because it's a terrible environment.
around. We're here to change the game. That's what I'm saying.
What's going on here? Do I have to drink your high noon?
My high noon's empty, my boy.
Christ.
Diamond Cut, where are we at? Hour 10.
We made it.
Why don't you put that bottle a little deeper down your throat? Sucking on it like it's a hamster.
I
water.
gotta say that I have to
Device.
agree with Rocktagon when he said that pause is homophobic, so I won't say pause.
I love pause.
I know.
And that's my favorite part about the Road podcast.
Yeah.
That is the best part about it. And I don't think they do it anymore, but back early days, like when fashion was on for the first time, I think.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
incredible.
God. Yo, I don't know if I should say this or
You should
not,
say it.
but let's just say they edit their podcast.
Yeah. I'm not.
And I think everybody does.
I mean,
but
they're
like,
sponsored by DJ City. They're
yeah.
very liberal.
Yo, I just like
They're
to hear. I like to
corporate.
hear
It's-
through back channels some of the things that the DJs say on there that they know they shouldn't have said because
Yeah.
maybe they had a couple drinks before the podcast.
That's-
and it's like the reason why the one time they suggested maybe I go on there, I said no because I was like just thought it would be raw.
Yeah.
And like just like last night, like I can't keep my mouth shut and I always get myself in trouble.
That's why we like you on the Party with Strategy podcast because we do not edit this.
We edited the last one.
Well, I mean, we'll
We
maybe
did
leave out
actually,
a
and
name
the way
or
we
something,
weaved out
but-
the name actually made it sound like you were the one talking shit when it was really me talking shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck. This city's falling apart. I can't even keep up with the politics anymore. I'm trying to DJ here. It's a mess. It's a mess. I try and come back. I can't DJ over at fucking, one spot because I talk shit about their shitty DJ booth, and then I DJ over here, and they hate me.
Wait, yo, I
because
think they fixed the DJ booth.
they did.
Yeah,
Thank God.
I saw that yesterday.
Yeah, thank God.
I mean, by
I will
fix the
take full
DJ, by fix the
responsibility.
DJ
I will
booth.
take full responsibility.
wait.
Listen, anybody who DJs in the city of Chicago and no longer has to walk through the equipment to get into the booth, I will take full credit for that. You're welcome.
Yo, yeah, I was gonna say like they fixed the DJ booth so you can actually. It has an opening, so you can. Who builds a DJ booth you can't go inside of?
I don't know. I
Yo,
got in
there's a
trouble
club-
for this.
There's a
last
club
time,
I.
so let's not go. Let's not harp on it.
There's
too
a
much.
club I play at where they don't have room for monitors. Like they built it without thinking about monitors, so they're on.
Insane.
There's one on the
The
floor,
first
and
gig
it's
I
like
played?
flat. It's not like an angled. It's like there's just no monitor.
Yeah,
basically.
no.
You're
The
just-
first real gig I played in River North at Stout, they didn't. Have
I was
a monitor.
there. I used to see you there.
Yeah, they refused to get a monitor. They were like, "No,
Did you bring
guys,
one?
No, they're like, you guys play it too loud. It gets it's too loud back
I
here.
can
You
see
can't control it. And
Well,
they
that was a
just never
bar,
gave
though.
us a monitor.
That was a bar, right?
That is so shitty. That is so disrespectful. You want me to DJ, but I can't even hear what I'm doing? You want me to do a good job and I can't hear what the fuck I'm doing?
You literally like didn't even deserve the respect. That was like your first gig. That was your first gig.
Which is why
that's
I
how
didn't
you
feel
cut
that
your
way.
teeth.
Exactly,
Okay,
which is why at
you
the
used
time,
to sit on a stool when you were doing it. So shut the fuck up, you lazy fucking asshole. You're like 26 and sober.
Yeah.
you're like, can I get the crispy fries? Like while you're like sitting on your stool
I
eating.
was 23,
Yeah.
dead sober, eating chicken sandwiches, sitting on a stool with no monitor, and loving it. It was the best time of my life. But now looking back, I'm like, Jesus,
Yo,
that's
my first residency, I'm going to give you uphills both way talk right now. My first residency was on a second floor outside in Arizona. It was 110 degrees. I have to carry 6 crates of vinyl, 2 powered speakers, and 2 turntables and a mixer and crates up the fucking stairs in the 110 degree weather.
You sound so old right now. Is this your
I'm
first
so
residency as a DJ, or your first like real?
That was like my first
residency?
like where I was like
club?
every Thursday and Saturday getting paid,
Okay.
like big crowd. Like it was 2005 or so, four. Had to be 4. Dos Gringos in Scottsdale.
Kilroy's eyes just lit up.
Yeah, me and Jimmy would split the gig every Thursday and Saturday.
Jimmy,
We did that because like we didn't have enough vinyl. Like to like
You had to
individually
share each other.
we had to play together because like dude shit was $14 a song because you bought doubles of everything. So
Yeah.
it was 7. Dude, it was
Rough.
times were tough. I was living in a shack. A literal shack. You should ask JR about it. There was literally a tree growing into the shower from the outside. It had roots growing into the shower because I couldn't afford anything else and buy vinyl. Me and my brother were living off of brown rice. I was 100 pounds underweight.
That's incredible.
This is a sign of success right here, baby.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah.
When I first started making money in DJing, I almost hit 300 pounds.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
300?
I was about 280 something at one point.
Dude, I'm 240 right now, but it's a lot of muscle.
It's a lot of
It's
muscle.
a lot of muscle. I lift every day. Okay. I look amazing. Let's wrap this up.
You
I'm
look
done with
incredible. You look
Thank you.
incredible. You sound incredible. You smell decent.
I didn't shower today, did you?
You're goddamn right I did. Thank
All
you
right.
guys for watching.
Thank you so
for
much.
joining us.
My pleasure. I had a blast as
If
always.
you're still with us, make sure you subscribe on the YouTube, like the video, drop a little comment, some algorithm activating activities. If you're on Spotify, Apple Music.
And May 7th, you're coming to Polecats to see us fucking DJ.
Yes.
It's going to be a wild one. Wait,
Yes.
what, we go till 4?
We go till 4 a.m.
So is it 10 to 4?
12 to 4.
12 to 4. We'll be there at 11 hanging out, though.
It's after
Come
hours.
early. Let's get after it.
It's after
Let's
hours.
go.
It's late night. It's going to be, I'm telling you right now, it is going to change the game in Houston, Texas.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. Do this.
I don't stop until the job is done.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. Never let it fail. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Whatever you keep pushing.
We're out here, baby.
All
Party
right.
with Strategy podcast. Let's go, champ. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace out. Thank you so much. Good?
Just keep staring.
Just keep staring.
Just keep looking. Just hold it. Just feel it.
I'm out of here.